What is up, guys? This is Dan from That Geek Show. I have Connor from That Geek Show with us, and then a couple of our roommates. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi there, I am Trent. Yeah, I don't know what I'm one of the roommates, I guess.
We now know you're Trent.
Yeah, hello.
I'm V. I was just trying to get some sleep, but guess we're making a podcast now.
You roped him into it. Hey guys, what's up? This is Connor from That Geek Show as well. Dan, what are we talking about today?
I'm sure we've all seen it, but Hammond from Overwatch.
Yes.
Guys, Wrecking Ball.
Yes, Wrecking Ball, the official name.
His official name is Wrecking Ball?
Well, no, that's the name of the machine.
That's the character.
Yeah.
The hero name is Wrecking Ball,
But, like, his name's Hammond.
but the hamster's name is Hammond. He's the one that
How fucking weird would it be if you were just a hamster, though? Like, what? What if in the future, at some point...
They definitely made an interesting way for this hamster to be a character.
Which is a nice change because everyone was expecting an ape and a hamster.
Yeah.
Because they had that teaser a while back with Lunar Colony where you see, like, Winston, whatever, and then you see Hammond, and everyone's like, are we going to get another gorilla? Because that was before Brigida, and everyone was expecting Hammond to be the next hero and to be some, like, ape. And they're like, no, instead, it's like... Praise the Sun Lady, and then it's a hamster.
And then it's a gerbil. What'd you say earlier? It's Hamtaro.
It's Hamtaro.
Aww.
Guys, we're introducing anime into Overwatch now.
Hamtaro. Well, they also, like, teased him when they redid Horizon Lunar Colony. They opened up one of the spare rooms on that first attack point on the right side. So where you would see Winston's room, they opened up, like, 2 doors down, another room, and that's where you saw, like, the plans for the Wrecking Ball
Really?
machine. Yeah, if you go in there are plans for some type of ball to hook on to, because he knew that
Those
Winston,
were probably his plans. He's the one that probably made those
yeah,
plans.
Hammond was the one,
they were.
because Hammond
They
knew
showed
that
yours.
Winston was going to take off into space somewhere, into Earth.
We're talking about Professor Winston, right? Not like we're talking about
we're talking
Gorilla
about
Winston.
Winston.
Like, he was
Gorilla
escaping the facility, and Hammond was like, well, I'm going to get off this moon too. So that's where you see the plans for, like, something hooking on to,
How long ago did they release this? Like, was this opened?
like, a month ago, maybe?
It was after the Hanzo update for the Lunar Colony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when,
that's
all,
when they-
when all of that
when
stuff
all the
got
PTR.
rolled out.
All I know
Yeah,
is
probably about a month ago.
he looks awesome.
He does.
Well, the thing that, like, really drove me, like, to the point of, like, laughing so hard to where, like, my spleen hurt was... In the video, it's Professor Winston, right? It's like Dr. Winston.
Professor Winston.
He's talking about the hamster.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the hamster the entire time and his excitement for this, like, super, like, yeah, unlike the other ones, he's very, like, to himself, very smart, and I'm just, like, so curious on what he's doing. And the entire time, it's literally him breaking out of Lunar Colony while Professor Winston's just talking about how excited he is. Like, I just can't wait to see what this little guy is gonna get into. And it's like, you literally let, like, a scientifically madman of a hamster loose on the earth, and you're like, what a cute little guy.
You figured that was like a tape recorded before all that stuff happened too, but, like, for it to all make sense in that way, it was just, it's really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seeing the origin story and seeing just some of the stuff that's already been coming out from the PTR has been really entertaining. Just what people are starting to use it as, and his uses, and, like, the possibilities of what he can do to team play now.
It opens up a lot.
It opens up so much.
They have such good variety with their characters now. It's kind of funny. There's a meme that was going around, and it was I can't think of the name of the creator of Smash Bros. But, like, when they came out, they're like, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to have the most diverse cast of characters ever. And then, like, the meme follows up, and it's, like, Jeff from Overwatch saying, like, hold my beer. And then it's a picture of Wrecking Ball.
Picture of a hamster.
But I think the best part about Wrecking Ball is that they're slowly been introducing more characters that really just... They want to break the meta with them. And the meta is usually just, like, staying huddled together, team comps, where it's, like, dive comp, it's death ball,
it's very divey, and then... now it's more of a death ball-y, with some dive, but it's...
And with characters like with Brigida, who, like, helps stop that, and, like, even Doomfist, who's usually used to break up team comps like that, we now have a third character. So we have a support, we have an attack, and now we have a tank that's sole purpose is breaking up the team. And I think Wrecking Ball, I 100% think that he's going to be in the meta. I 100% think.
I definitely think he's gonna play a big
I think
part
he's-
in it.
He's a side. He's gonna be a second tank.
He's
he's
gonna be a good second tank too.
So ideally, I mean, so we look at the meta right now.
Mm-hmm.
What meta that's being highly used in the Overwatch League? We're looking at Winston. We're looking at Diva. We're looking at a Zen and a Mercy, and then or depending on who we play. Am I right?
Yeah, usually the main tanks are Winston and Reinhardt are usually like the two main tanks that everyone
those are the main
Arissa.
tanks.
Yeah, and Arissa, and then the off tanks are usually like 99% of the time
mostly
Diva.
Yeah,
mostly
Diva's
Diva. Some
very,
Roadhog.
some Road. Not a lot of Zarya, but she's getting used a little bit more with this damage heavy meta that's going on right now. But it's mostly Diva just because of her like
She's
mobility
good,
and her
though.
damage output.
She can counter a lot of them.
Yeah,
too.
and I think he fits more. Wrecking Ball fits more in the off tank role, only because he doesn't do a lot to help the team. He's more of just like a selfish, but he's
more a tank DPS.
yeah, and he's very much a crowd control tank too. Like
I think that's
the Doomfist.
It's his minefield. That's really
Yeah, and that's gonna be a good way to like zone out and even possibly do a lot of damage too.
I'm just excited to see what people are gonna like try to do.
Oh, dude,
Like just dive in there, annoy people, and
the
like
stuff that's on Reddit already, and even watching some videos. It's people have already found basically, dude. Like people are using that grappling hook to swing into, like,
have they fixed any of those like quick
places.
glitches already?
I don't know. That'll probably be a while.
Well,
but
the
not a
fact
while,
that
but.
Dan, you and I were talking about this earlier. The fact that the role is kind of like Soldier's quick sprint.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there'd be a cooldown. It's just
You just do it.
You just do it.
It's a
You can go-
5-second cooldown.
Is it a 5-second
Yeah.
cooldown? But the fact that you can just hop into it and roll, like that's how he travels. That's part of the
grappling hook is 5 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah, no, his role. I think he can just go in and out of it. I think it's just the soldier sprint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, like the fact that he can go in and out of it is insane. Like you can crawl and shoot if you need to, but like to roll around, we're talking about movement across the map.
and it's like a quick movement too.
Yeah.
Plus,
he
like-
can't get headshotted in it since since the hamster would be considered the headshot.
Yep.
Since he's like disappeared into the ball and he's rolling around, there's no way to get a good headshot on him.
So let me ask you this: have we seen any inclination of this being kind of like a diva mech, to where if the wrecking ball explode or like is gone,
The wrecking ball is him.
is him? So
Yeah,
when the player is gone, like eliminated,
Yeah.
He
He's
doesn't pop
not
out
getting out
and,
of the
like,
wrecking ball.
We're not getting baby Hamtaro.
Yeah.
he doesn't like right on the shoulder. And be like,
oh my god.
The joke is when like he actually gets out because when you're playing it as him regularly, you see his arms moving, so like you kind of like you can see like he's actually sticking out the
control,
yeah. But, like how
like
funny
the
would it be
ball.
like if like Wrecking Ball does get destroyed and then it pops out and then he's got this like whole lower half to him where he's like super like he did only leg day.
Human legs.
Yeah. Reverse baby diva.
God, that's gross.
He goes around kicking everyone. No, he's. I was talking with I think it was V and Trent. I think you were there earlier when we were talking about like the different. No, it was Connor. Connor was there. We were talking about the different things that he's been getting used for, and some of like the things that I don't understand how people come up with the techniques, because the one in particular that I saw was a video where a guy was coming in to catch up with his team, and there's a whole team fight going on, and his team looked like they were losing. And he's coming in on the ball, he jumps up around towards a corner, grapples the corner, swings himself around for mobility to fly to the enemy team, smacks down and knocks them all up, and as they're in the air, he uses the minefield underneath them to just completely... It was so fast that, like, you had to have known where he was coming from in order to be like, split!
Yeah, that pile driver move launches enemies up in the air, like stopping their mobility for a hot second, and that thing might make the difference in a team fight sometimes. Again, that'll just like break up everything and it kind of halts everything for a split second. So if you can combo that with like Doomfist or an Orisa halt or even like a Graviton into the minefield or whatever, like that can do a lot for a team fight.
Or like I feel like with him, like at first we might see a lot of comps that all like they're all about booping enemies at first. I really think that we're gonna see Lucio, Farah mixed with him.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably see like Zarya and Orisa as well.
Not gonna lie, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Could you imagine? He just comes in, pile drives everyone. Zarya or Orisa, graviton everyone into the center and everything, and then you have Lucio booping anyone trying to get out, and same with Farah, and then like you just polish it off with Farah ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're all in that condensed area.
The minefield knocks back too, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure when you bounce on the minefield, so you're being ping-ponged around.
Mines knock back.
So like, what a disruption that is alone. Like normally you think it explodes and like, oh god, that hurt, like Junkrat tire.
Yeah, and you can see them and everything, but they still do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, I'm a story guy. I like story. I love the Overwatch universe. I really enjoy listening to or finding out who is the next hero that comes from Talon, or the Overwatch heroes that have just resurfaced, or stuff like that. I'm still waiting on a Lucio backstory. Hint, hint. So where do you think he's gonna play into this story? Do you think he's gonna be like an escapee? So he's gonna be like.
I think he's a neutral character. I think he's gonna be like Bastion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Bastion was pretty he's kind of neutral. He was like semi-recruited to Overwatch only because he was like a non-evil.
Well, he was an Omnic.
He was like an abandoned Omnic. Is that his thing?
Yeah.
He was the last of his.
But he's not evil. And Omnics were supposed to be evil.
Well, he was his whole memory was wiped, I think, because he was in that battle, but his whole memory was he basically rebooted. And then he came back.
He's probably going to be considered part of the Overwatch team because of his relations with Winston.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see if they ever do make a cinematic that shows, them meeting back on Earth. Hammond lands. Who's the first person he seeks out? Winston.
But when he landed, didn't he land in?
Yeah, so he landed at the scrapyard in Junkertown.
Yeah.
But nobody. So that's the craziest thing. You didn't see the.
I do. Okay, because when I was watching the video and it was in the middle of the night and I was partially asleep, and so I was like, was that Junkertown?
No, I got to that. I got to that part in the video and I audibly gasped. I was like, what the heck? There's so many different things happening. So apparently he lands his pod. He came in with a pod and it detached from. Oh my god! It detached from Winston's rocket. So Winston landed in Watchpoint Gibraltar, but Hammond's pod got detached and he landed in Australia in Junkertown.
Yeah.
He, unbeknownst to anybody in Junkertown, because of how smart he is, he turned his pod into the Wrecking Ball mech. So it's not an Omnic. It's just a robot. It's a mech.
Yeah. Sure.
And he, I guess, does all of these battles.
Under the Junker Queen.
Yeah, under the Junker Queen, he does all these battles, but nobody knows that he's a hamster.
Yeah.
He's literally just in the ball the whole time, and nobody knows that.
So they think he's an Omnic or something like that.
They just see this Wrecking Ball as a hero.
Don't they? Junkertown people, don't they hate Omnics? Aren't they
But I think they know the difference between a mech like that and an Omnic.
Like a scrap mech.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because he was using the scrap parts, they see all that stuff. So he's considered.
So his first allies could be Junkrat and Roadhog.
Oh god! And then I would love to see.
I don't know if he knows any of that. He definitely knows Winston, and he's the only one that can talk to Winston. Oh, Winston is the only one that can talk to Hammond because Hammond doesn't speak English, or he doesn't talk at all.
Yeah.
He's still just a hamster. He never learned how to talk. So Winston's the only one that can communicate with him.
Although they do have 2 voice actors for Wrecking Ball.
Okay.
One is for the hamster, and the other one is for the ball. Kind of like a sentient being. So
right, okay.
I feel like it's 2 voice actors to be for
hamster noises?
Hammond. Who knows? Vin Diesel the Groot, man.
Yeah, right.
Big name actor.
Well,
but they have one for the hamster, and maybe they have it for the hamster inside the ball. So it's almost like I don't know, the person couldn't do the voice inside the ball.
Well, maybe Hammond can control voice lines.
Yeah,
to talk
balls.
for him.
Because
Hammond is voiced by D. Bradley Baker, the guy that does all of the weird animal noises in a lot of animated TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the person that.
Oh, interesting. D. Bradley Baker
Yeah.
is Hammond.
Yeah, that's
literally what he just said.
I'm sorry, I was reading and then I zoned out. I'm sorry.
literally
I'm
what I just
sorry.
said.
Irrelevant.
I can also tell you what he did the voice of Olmec in Legends of the Hidden Temple. He did Perry the Platypus.
Hey.
He did. Yeah,
I can't do it.
It does.
So it's going to be sound effects because he also did the
it's going
voice
to be
acting
hamster
for
noises.
Appa and Momo.
Yes, so he does animal noises. That is like his.
Oh my god.
He also did the
thing.
voice for the Temple of the Hidden Thing.
He just said that as well.
That's the point.
God.
God, idiot.
Wait, who's the idiot here?
I am.
This
Yeah.
show.
We gotta
Yeah.
clarify. We gotta clarify.
Not
Yes.
listening.
Well, okay, so we know he lands in Junkertown, but we don't know the time frame. Like, how long ago did Winston land in Gibraltar?
I think
We don't
it was
know.
within the time span of like 3 minutes or however long that video was.
But like, okay, but
Well,
what I'm saying is like because you were talking about like he might not know Junkrat or Roadhog,
Yeah, he
but the
might not.
problem is like he could have
He could,
landed
yeah.
when Junkrat and Roadhog were leaving or getting kicked out of Junkertown.
Probably.
All I can imagine now is, I'm trying to think. There was something where I'm trying to make a reference to something. I can't remember what it was, but like literally these couple of guys are like worshiping something this entire time, and then like there's like it's my god, it's my god. I can imagine Junkrat and Roadhog be like seeing this wrecking ball and like doing everything for him, and then like one day he's gonna pop out and they're like, what?
Hamster? What is that?
All I know is that they've done such a beautiful job with all like the lore and like all the history of the characters and
Yes.
just developing a world for Overwatch.
I mean, this was supposed to be an MMO, so they had all
But,
this
like,
stuff
even,
thought out.
Like it's played out very beautifully.
I agree.
They've been doing a really good job with the rollouts.
Blizzard just does a killer job when it comes to storylines with like everything.
Yes.
I don't know, when it came to this style of game, because it was supposed to be an MMO, and then when they're like, never mind, it could be like a first-person objective-based shooter. I was like, oh, great, that's cool. That's what I wanted, was like first-person League of Legends. And when it comes down to it, there is nothing that compares to Overwatch. We have other games that are out that like they're great, but I don't think, as it stands, nothing is going to like hold a flame to Overwatch for at least like another couple of years.
No. And they're doing a really good job by adding more and more content.
They're always dragging us back in.
They
like
are.
even if like we'll stop playing, because I know personally I'll take a break and I'll be like, I won't play for now.
Sure.
But then later on there's gonna be something and I was like, I want to.
Let's try that out.
Because like, I haven't
And then
played in a bit.
Apparently,
and, like,
season 11 started today too.
Yes, I saw that post.
Today. Yeah.
So,
I saw
and,
that post.
do I want to hop back in and get my placements?
And that's
see
what's so
what's
great
going
about
on?
Overwatch is that you play it for so many reasons. Like there are the people that are hardcore players, and you know you have Overwatch League as well to help like feed that. Like I want more competitive Overwatch, but I'm doing bad. Oh wait, professionals are playing. Cool, I have that. You have the different brawl modes. Those fun
arcade modes?
Yeah, arcade modes.
Yeah.
They're just goddamn genius. Like every single one they come up with.
And the fact that Blizzard was like super wise to notice that, and during the anniversary run, they brought all of those back.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we know you guys love this. We're bringing it back around. That Lucio Ball got competitive. You know, they brought back the Uprising event and the Reconciliation event. They didn't.
Not reconciliation.
What's it called?
No. It's not-
Retribution?
it's not- Retribution. Yeah, I was
Thank
gonna say
you. It was an
rebellion. I was
R
like, it's
word.
not
No, it was an R
rebellion.
word.
It's like you're also wrong.
I mean, I usually am. I don't.
Let's talk the trend.
But like they brought them all back because like that they're so and Yeti Hunter. Yeti Hunter was cool.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
So
Yeti
I didn't
Hunter
play-
is the
I didn't play Yeti Hunter the first time I was out, and so
You missed out.
Well, no, I did play it when it came back, and there's I don't know why they didn't fix the bug, but like when you can choose like, do you want to be May or do you want to be the Yeti, and you pick the Yeti, it'll pop up saying like you want to be the
Hunter.
May.
And you're like,
You wanna-
no,
and you're
I
like,
wanna be-
that's not what. Okay, and then you hop in, and then you're the Yeti. I was mentally prepared to be May.
Yeah,
and now I'm the
they
Yeti.
never fixed it, and it really upset me because I kept going in because I'm a beast. when it comes
It's
to being
just a
Yeti.
it's just a visual glitch.
No, it's not, because I kept getting...
I kept getting Yeti when I kept
I kept getting May every time. Even though I said prefer Yeti, I still kept getting picked as May.
I got annoyed because then I tried picking Hunter and I kept getting Yeti, and I was like, I don't want.
No, yeah, oh my god, no, I'm a beast.
So
Yeti
Overwatch wants you to think like reverse psychology. I don't want to be the Yeti. I don't want to be the Yeti.
I don't want to be the hamster. I don't. Oh man, I love it. I love the game. I love the new heroes. I love that. I'm gonna make so many references when it comes to Hammond because we have Hamtaro, all right. We have the Saiyan pod now, and then now the last reference was the destroyers from Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
he's the destroyer from Star Wars.
What are they called?
They're destroyers.
Are they called the destroyers?
They're called destroyers. Well,
the rolling ones in episode 2 or 3.
What the fuck are you two laughing about?
He got me.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Got him.
Oh man.
Guys.
But I'm excited.
Droidicas?
Droidicas.
Yes.
Droidicas?
That's what it is.
Yeah, okay.
But
Droidica.
their actual name is Droidicas, but they're referred to as destroyers. Because I know this because Obi-Wan screams destroyers. But like now we're gonna be like yelling hamster.
Dude, I'm probably gonna go back and play it just because of him.
Oh, big time.
You have access to the PTR, so go ahead.
He's too lazy to keep re-downloading it and updating on his PC.
I also have, dude, I haven't updated my PS4 things in like a couple of whiles, so.
A couple whiles.
A couple whiles.
Couple whiles.
Not just a while, it's been a couple of whiles.
This episode is brought to you by a couple whiles. 2 for $3 at Target.
Alright, so
Please sponsor us.
storyline is great. What I also want to talk about is skins.
With the possible skin. Oh god!
Oh my god!
Guys, I want Luchador.
Luchador?
I want to see him in a fucking Rey Mysterio mask, and he rolls out, and his whole ball is like something like a piñata or something really funny. I just want some out of control skins.
They haven't released like the new skin.
No,
yet,
they haven't released a new
Oh my
skin
god!
yet. They haven't released a new skin yet. But they beat us to that punch.
God,
I'm just looking up.
So
I'm
cool.
looking up all
Oh
the.
my god! It's a Pokeball.
It's a Pokemon. They're making Pokemon reference. Just so you know, listeners, I looked up some alternate skins that Wrecking Ball has already been given by the internet. So I mean,
fan art,
fandom stuff. Yeah.
But it's not even fan art. It's literally pictures of Hammond on things.
Oh god. But you know what? Like, what I love about the skins is we're always like, oh man, I really want this to look like that. But then we get the skins and we're like, I didn't know I wanted to see that.
But I'm gonna take it.
Brigitte, like, she has Torbjorn Mechanic and Reinhardt Knightly skills, and I'm like,
Dark Souls.
that is awesome. I didn't know I wanted that, but that is fantastic.
Yeah, of course she has all of those things.
Yeah, and it makes sense in her storyline. So it's like, all right, cool.
I wish, because you know how you can get gold guns for.
The ball becomes golden.
I wish.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just the guns of the droid, but like,
think so.
if the whole thing becomes golden,
Oh my
I would
God.
love that.
Oh my god!
The guns are technically the robot, so the robot could be entirely gold.
But it's a whole different
Oh,
But that's the point. You literally just see this giant golden ball.
The Diva mech isn't gold. It's just the
guns.
guns. Yeah.
Yeah, but she also has
could be
like,
the same
What
thing.
if he pops out and just he's got gold?
maybe he's gold. He's already yellow.
He's golden.
He's like
Hey guys,
glistening.
how you doing?
Oh my god.
God.
They just make the hook. The hook is the only thing that's going.
The mines could be gold. The
Yo,
minefield
Mine could be
Oh
I'm
man.
okay with
You know
how
that.
that works?
You know what? You know what's gonna be gold is
No.
you know in Fortnite how you can when you jump out of the airplane you can have like the stream behind you.
Why we gotta fucking bring up Fortnite?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to make a reference here. What if when he's in the Wrecking Ball mode, it's like shooting gold behind him, like gold sparks?
It's like
Jet
the-
engines.
Or is it the cat that like has the rainbow?
Yes.
Nyan Cat?
Nyan Cat.
Nyan
Nyan
Cat. Oh
Cat.
my god.
He's gonna
We
be
need to do
pooping
that.
golden crap.
He's Golden Frieza. He's Golden Frieza.
Hey, but you know what? I mean, they don't actually have to keep him as Hammond the
Hamster.
The hamster. They can make it a cat.
Kind of like how they changed the birds with Bastion.
That's what
when
I'm
they
thinking.
change the skins. Get a meat.
That's what
But
I was referring to.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that defeats the purpose of him
being a hamster.
Yeah,
like
but
the
like,
whole
he
deal
is
is that.
I for sure see this coming though. I 100% think that they're gonna give him like a Hamtaro kind of theme skin where he's got like a helmet and stuff like that. Like I like, and it's. I really don't know.
But here's what I'm talking about. Like, so Bastion, right? Every time his new skin a new skin comes out, it's a different bird.
Yeah.
Right. So like the snow one, it's an owl, right? And that affects like it's we know from some of his highlight intros, the owl or the new bird will show up wherever the old one was. And so I think during his highlight intros, because gameplay, you're not gonna see
You don't
the
really
actual.
see it
You're
other
not
than
gonna
his
see Hammond,
hands,
which
yeah.
is why they're calling him Wrecking Ball. So
Yeah.
it could literally be
I thought
a cat.
I thought you do
Yeah,
see
I think
him.
you do see his hand.
Well, you
so
see his hand. That's what we were
But
saying.
like
You see his
you could
hands.
change that could possibly be like slightly tweaked. That's like, oh look, it's paws. Let's change it to this color, and it's a cat paws when he pops out in his highlight intro. Like, there's different things that can be done.
Yeah, I mean, they'll always find some way to make us like. I didn't know I need that.
I just
Exactly.
hope that like there's a skin that he's in an actual hamster ball.
Yeah, where it's just a clear ball and like
Like
Oh my God.
he's like his original
running.
thing is just a hamster ball.
Oh my god, that would actually be really cool. That would. I want to see what his like all his taunts and his sprays, his
I want his.
victory poses, his all that stuff. I want to see what all that looks like.
I want one of his highlight intros to be where like he pops out on top of the wrecking ball and starts running on it, and then like hops back in and starts firing the guns.
What's his dance gonna be like?
It's gonna be in the wrecking ball though.
I know it's gonna be Hamtaro. Do 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 do.
I just
It's gonna be a bunch of hamsters run up.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
can he have a highlight intro where he's gonna shoot his hook out and he's gonna ride
The wrecking ball.
Miley
Miley Cyrus style. Yeah. Oh my god!
Thank you, Miley Cyrus, for that.
And it slams to a brick wall.
I feel like that's something they would do too. Like,
Like,
that
just-
one. I don't know.
Oh, they would.
Well, because doesn't he have
I
like?
will take it.
Don't they have like some small like little taunts or something like that where like he's like laying on top of like the wrecking ball kind of like
Just like Diva?
Yes. Yeah.
He's like mocking Diva.
God.
So I'm sure that he's gonna have several things where he's mocking other players.
He has
Yeah.
a tiny little hammer. It's a hammer.
Yeah.
It's
that she licks.
He has a hammer?
Like Miley Cyrus has a hammer.
Oh,
So
the
he's
small
a
guy.
hammer.
I'm like, what are you talking
I
about?
thought we were talking about Diva. I'm like,
Yeah, we're like we're
She
past
got
Diva.
Doritos and Mountain Dew.
We're past
Oh
Diva.
my god.
he's got little crackers.
the tiny burritos.
See,
He's so
that's-
cute though.
That would be one of his emotes. He pops out. Okay, time to go back in.
Except like with hamster
Yeah.
noise.
Yes. Thank you, Lee Bradley Becker.
Did you just say Bradley Cooper?
No,
D. Bradley Baker.
Like I said here, Rocket Raccoon
Yeah, that's
and Hammond are two different things.
Not a hamster.
Okay, so we can definitely look forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing Hammond when he comes.
Yeah,
out. Or
me too.
Wrecking Ball. I'm not getting used to that.
Well, you're still always gonna call him.
You're always
hamster.
gonna
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
he is
you know,
Hammond, but
To us, he's Hammond.
To
To
us.
Junkertown, he's Wrecking Ball. We're not Junkertown
Yeah, no,
for a
we're
reason.
Americans.
America.
That's basically Junkertown.
Junkertown's in Australia.
Yeah, but we're basically Junkertown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I feel like they got that wrong. Junkertown is definitely like a USA thing. We got Michael Bay. Blow stuff up. Blow stuff up. Everything's a wreck. Our entire politics
Dear
are-
Michael Bay, you make us Australian.
Oh my god.
Dear Michael Bay, make a Junkertown movie.
everything's gonna blow up.
Well, yeah, it's Junkertown.
Dear Blizzard, hire Michael Bay to make a Junkertown movie.
We'll pay big bucks.
What big bucks?
Blizzard?
Yeah, Blizzard pays big bucks,
Blizzard's
not
got
me.
a lot of money.
I thought he was gonna pay it.
Oh,
No, I'll pay a $20 ticket to go see that movie. It could be nothing besides Hamtaro, Junkrat, and Roadhog literally just going into liquor stores, blowing it up, and leaving.
I'm in.
I like
to
it.
see stuff blow up.
Well, I know I'm excited. He's probably like my. I'm super hyped for him more than any other character.
Yeah, this is the most. I feel like this is the most like diverse.
I'm probably gonna jump back into Overwatch.
I would
Hype
most likely
character
hop
that we've
back
seen in
into
a
it.
while.
Yeah. I think this is another big change that Overwatch has brought to just the gameplay in general, and I really look forward to it. I can't wait to play.
I'm just happy that hopefully we won't see Tifa all the time anymore. Hopefully it's Hammond.
It's just gonna be Hammond now.
I think we'll still see Diva.
It'll be a mixture of them.
I just want less of her. It's too much. All right.
Well, hey, thanks for joining us. If you have any thoughts about Wrecking Ball, the 28th hero of Overwatch, we'd love to hear it on the site or on social media, so reach out to us.
I'll probably put an article up or something like that for him.
Look out for an article from Dan. He'll be happy to. Dan, always a pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
V, thanks so much for being here.
He points out Trent. We've been roommates for 2 years.
In my head, I'm thinking Dan, V, Trent, myself, goodbye.
100% like that Trent.
I'm just like, V! Thanks for joining us.
we gotta
See you
say Trent.
later on. Dan, thanks for joining us. V, thanks for being here.
Got it right
Trent,
that time.
thanks for hopping in on
Thanks
this
for
Overwatch
having
talk.
me.
And I'm Connor. We're all with thatgeekshow.com. We will catch you all later.
Good night, y'all.
Ducking out. Bye.